What is up, everybody? Alex from WMD here, back at you again, and this time we're just going to do a real quick video on clocking, specifically clocking the Metron with MPC One. There are tons of ways to clock Eurorack from Hardware Gear. You've got things like the Mutant Brain, you've got MIDI to CV converters, you've got master clocks. All of those work well. The Mutant Brain and similar things like that take up a little bit of room. And a master clock does not change with your sequence changes as far as like tempo goes. So you'd have to use that one. You'd have to use your master clock to change the tempo. And what I wanted to do with my MPC One was when I switch the sequence, it switches the tempo and Eurorack follows suit. You know, I'm getting ready for a live performance. As you can tell by this huge table full of gear, I've been working pretty hard on a new performance, and it's got a lot of stuff included, but one of the main elements is MPC One and the Eurorack. So let's just dive into it. Let's just get it done, and then we'll talk a little bit more afterwards. All right, so first things first, I'm just going to load us a new program here. New sequence, new project, new everything. So we're just going to do empty project. We're just going to start with track 1. A lot of times for the clock, I'll put it on like track 16. Maybe I'll even put it in a different bank and kind of hide it so I can't turn it on and off. But for this demo, I'm just going to put on track 1. So we're going to go to the CV mode of a track. I'm going to name it just now so I don't forget. We're just going to call it clock. And then I'm going to switch the CV ports. So the CV port I'm going to put on 3. And the gate port I'm going to put on 4. So I'm taking output number 3 and I'm running that into the reset input on Metron, and I'm taking output number 4, running that into the clock input on Metron. So this is really important. The reason I put the reset on the CV port is so we can go high on the first step and then go low every step after that. So all we're going to do is we're just going to go into the grid mode, and I'm going to go to the highest note possible, hit a note. And I'm just going to shorten this one a little bit. So I'm going to select it, hit edit end, but don't snap on. Just shorten it. You don't have to do this. I found with sequencers that a lot of times if you have longer MIDI notes and you're doing something like this, you can run into the problem where if the MIDI notes are different at all, if they jitter at all or whatever that's called, if the notes are long, sometimes they'll just stay high, which is not good. So we're just going to go into here and make them a little bit shorter. And now I'm going to go down all the way to the last bottom, lowest note, and I'm going to write in 16th notes for the rest. Same thing with these ones. I'm just going to go through and shorten them. Just like 25% or so. This also is just like peace of mind for me. It's just a habit that I've always done, so we're just going to do it like that. So check this out. Now, because we have the first step is a higher note, that's sending out basically the same thing as a gate signal out of our track number 1, and then, or output number 3 going into my reset, and then 16th notes across the rest of them. So now when I press play, I got to turn up the channel. We've got the beat. And the cool thing about this is now every time I press play, we're going to start at the beginning. It's not, you don't have to reset over here. Everything is just in sync from the beginning. Also, if we hit play start in the middle of playing, it will just reset our Metron. So right now, the only thing we're hearing is Metron and this system over here, the Eurorack system. So I have the MPC coming into the DJ mixer as well, and that's on another input. So I'll just go in here and I'll say I just want to use some keys. Let's do like these guys. Do a progression. This will do. Record just a little bit. Okay, that's cool. Now I'm going to go to the bass line. This one I have CV out. I have 1 and 2 going into this bass voice over here. So I can just play this guy once we get out of the notes, back into the notes mode. Cool. All right, so there we are, completely in sync. Now we can go over here on Metron and we can just play around with the kick drum a little bit. Let's add a little hi-hat. And we're grooving. There we go. All right, so you will notice that what I did is just a 16 step pattern here, right? So if I go over here, say I want this to be a 4-bar pattern, obviously nothing's gonna happen, so we gotta go back to there. So I'm gonna duplicate this out. So we're gonna say double, double. Let's make it 4 bars. So now we have a 4-bar pattern over here on the MPC, but you'll notice that I'm still resetting on every beginning of each bar on Metron. That's because it's still receiving that reset output from here, because since I just duplicated everything, we just got the duplicate messages with those resets every time. So I'm just gonna go through here real quick, find my clock track, and we will just go through and we'll delete all of these reset signals up here. And I should just be able to scrunch it down. There we go. Now zoom in. And we'll just delete all those guys. And we still have the one on 1, but we deleted the ones from the rest of the bars. So we'll go through here and just enter these real quick. Okay, so now we have our clock. It's a 4-bar pattern, so we can press play. Let's make this guy, we'll go to 4, duplicate plus pattern length, that's 4 bars. So now we can press play. And then this thing's gonna go all the way through 4 bars, so we'll do some like claps. Ooh, nice. And let's put a little snare at the end here. Oops, wrong one. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. I'm gonna put some random assignments on these snares just to kind of give it a little bit more of a real random flavor. All right, here we go. We got our groove. So what I like to recommend to do is take a few different clocks, make a few different versions of it, such as a 1-bar, a 4-bar, an 8-bar, things like that. Save those into memory. And then now when you start a new project, all you got to do is select the track you want to load on and then grab that. So we'll just do that really fast. So I'm just going to go through here. All you have to do to save stuff, I'm just going to stop the clock just so we know it's all good. Hit the edit button, go through here, export as pattern, and then you'll see right now it's set to internal MPC documents / exports. That's where I want it to be. This one's called clock. I'm just going to go to here and press save. It'll tell me to override it. That's fine. Now we've got that. So now I'm going to go into sequence number 2, and on track 1, I'm just going to go in to the browser. We'll go find that. So we go to places, documents, there we go, exports, hit up clock, load that, go out. It doesn't rename the track. That's something that I think it should do. I named it, I asked it, I called it something and I saved it. I think it should rename it, but whatever. So there we go, clock. And another thing is that even if you save the program, when you save a program for CV, it doesn't save CV port stuff. So kind of pointless to save CV programs. So you just have to go through and say CV 3 and 4. We can go and look. That's all there, ready to go. So we press play, and it's going. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to slow it down a little bit. And then I'll go through here, and I'll just write a new pattern on C for my Metron. So we'll just say, just real quick. Right, let's press play, hear what it sounds like. Go to C. There we go. Let's add a little bit of a shaker pattern here. cool. Maybe something like this guy for the hi-hats. See what that sounds like. All right, cool. That's good enough. Let's go to track 2 here. Let's do a different instrument. So we need to make a new program. Let's call this one, let's do the hype. And then let's find a different preset than the first one. This one might be cool. No. 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 There we go. So now we'll hit some chords. Maybe do like a 1, 3, 5, 7 thing. All right, a little loud, so we'll just like. There we go, that's fine. So now let's make this a little bit longer on this side. So I'm just gonna do double, double. Now it's 4 bars. Right now our clock is being reset on the 1. So if I want to, I can just go back to our clock channel and then just load that clock again. Then I'll have a 4-bar pattern, except it loaded on this guy, which is funny. Let's just clear this one now. That's fine, it's on track 3, but whatever. So let's do a little bit of recording. I don't like that still. Let's just find one. Come on. Go to the warm pad selection here. Let's try that. Okay, that's cool. We'll just do that. I don't like that last note. Let's see if I can change it. Oh, let's just delete it. Yeah, we're just gonna go up to that note. All right, cool. Now let's make a bass line. We'll put on track 1 since it's free. All right, there we go. So now we have the 2. And why I do this, like I was saying, is just so I can literally go in here and hit sequence 1. And now we're at a completely different tempo and everything's good. I'll go to this variation. So yeah, let's say we're playing this track. This is what I might do for a like a transition between the 2, right? So go down here. Maybe do some reverb here. And we could even just literally go down to nothing but that guy. Maybe give it some reverb here. That's going through my effects loop. That sounds cool though. Right? And we'll just go over here, drop it in. And probably wait for a second. Let it change. We're going to go to this other variation here. We'll bring it in like EQ'd out. Sick reverb. All right, so that's it. Super useful tool to use the MPC One with the Eurorack. Nothing else required, and you've got a great, solid clock. So yeah, as always, please like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.